Up, gang? Hey, in this video I am gonna give you proof that everything that I tell you actually works when it comes to turning down your care and when it comes to getting the women that you want. So I have proof, on hand proof from one of the CLG members that shows you everything that I say actually works when it comes to getting sex, getting blowjobs, rotations, whatever you want out of a chick. So if you want to watch it, make sure you watch this to the very end. I got a ton of gold nuggets in this video. Also hit that like button if you like the video. Also hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to the channel, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if you haven't done so already, jump into the CLG community. Only $24 a month for the month of April. After that, we go to $48 a month and we stay there. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna give you guys a testimonial from somebody that's already in the CLG community. Now, before I read, what he wrote in the CLG community, I want to tell you guys, the moment this guy got into the CLG community, I already knew he was going to be a superstar. I already knew he was going to be elite. Now, the reason I knew he was going to be elite, because he was asking the right questions. You know what I mean? He was eager to learn. Now, the way the CLG community works is you don't get access to all of my dating processes and systems until after the free trial ends. But you do get access to the foundation. You do get access to the female nature courses. You do get access to all of that. And then you get access to the community. And then you get access to all of the text scripts and things that I post. So he had one situation before he had access to the dating section. He had one situation where he had a girl that he could have did something with, but he messed it up because he didn't have access to the process, right? So then he finally got access to the process because the 7-day trial ended. He watched the whole process, and I knew he was going to be a superstar because he actually listens and he actually implements. So that's the first thing that I look for. Every time, even before he had the process, he was in the field, he was talking to women. Now, the reason why it's good to do it the way that he does it is because it's good to compare what your results were before you had my process, my systems, my texting, my everything, and then what happens as soon as you get it. Now, what happens is once you have my processes, systems, everything, and the only way my stuff works is if you turn your care down. Because you realize the process is more important than caring about her feelings, listening to her words, allowing her to persuade you that what you're doing is wrong. But in actuality, when you actually follow the process and you follow it the right way and you do everything the right way, you're going to realize that the girl, after y'all hook up, even before you hook up, is going to be obsessed with you because you act like a man. But without further ado, I'm just going to read his post that he posted, and then we're going to break it down. And then for all you guys that aren't in the CLG community, there's a 7-day free trial. You don't get access to the dating portion until after the 7-day free trial. Links are all in the description, in the comments and stuff like that. And it's for the month of April. It's only $24 a month. Now, after April, we go to $48 a month and we stay there. Even though ChatGPT told me I should be selling my course on the low end $67 a month. $67 to $97 a month. But I'm sticking with $48 a month. Fuck ChatGPT. I'm running my business how I want to run it. You get it? So let me break down what he says. So he says, no cap. This is the title. No cap. Elon Musk was my wingman last night. So he said, why Elon Musk came through the clutch. He says, so I'm in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Now, I'm not going to say his name and things like that. Once you're in the group, you're going to find out who this guy is, because he does comment a lot and he's really out there. So I'm never going to say nobody's name. I'm never going to put anybody on blast that's in the group. Once you're in the group, you're going to get to know the members inside the group. But he says, so I'm in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. So there's always some shit going on. I hit a few spots in the Georgetown area and got nothing. Most spots end at 2 a.m. so you gotta get moving early. So around 11:30 p.m. I decided to cross the Potomac and see what's popping in Arlington, Virginia. Literally 2-minute drive. I'm driving and I see this small group of girls walking, and there's always one or two in the group that stands out. Wait till I get to the part about the baddest one, a black Anise bitch. So I spin the block. You can turn on red lights out here. So I get around the second turn and they're all getting ready to get into their car, a Tesla. So I pull up and put my blinkers on. Yo, where y'all headed? The baddest chick in the group I mentioned earlier completely ignores me and proceeds to get into the passenger side, while the girl driving who was a close second on the baddie scale in the group of 4, actually acknowledged me and hesitated, so I repeated myself, "Where y'all headed?" And he said, I knew I only had a split second because the main bad bitch had influenced the other 2 and they followed her stuck up ass right into the car. So then I name dropped my nigga Elon. I had to think quick, so I said, "Yo, I'm Elon, gang. I only fuck with Tesla people." The chick starts immediately laughing. "You crazy," she says. And I immediately progress. "I just came from Georgetown. It's dead as fuck. Where y'all headed?" She proceeds to tell me Arlington was dead too, and they were going to King Street in Alexandria. Doing the 80-20, the bitch mentioned a particular spot, King's Ransom. Waiting for that lull in the conversation to say, "Okay, well, shit, oh yeah, well, shit, us Tesla people gotta stick together. Let's link up. I'll meet you at King's Ransom." She starts laughing again and was like, "For sure." Mind you, she clearly sees I'm not driving a Tesla, but the us Tesla people comment opened her up more. Shout out to my nigga Elon. So he says, FFWD, I guess that's fast forward. I meet up with them on King Street at the spot. I took a risk not taking the driver's number earlier, but I knew she was the backup work if I couldn't pull the stuck up bitch. So FFWD, I meet up. Yeah. So the spot was an upstairs bar, and downstairs part was like a little food / eatery type situation. Not really a restaurant, but something like it. The driver was the most talkative out of the group. Then the other chicks chimed in at times, but that little blazing badass stuck up bitch, she looked like she was black mixed with Chinese, was in her own world and wasn't giving me anything. I made the decision and said, "The driver, is that a restaurant spot downstairs?" I said to the driver, "Is that a restaurant spot downstairs?" She was like, "I think it's a deli or something." Let's check it out," I said. And I literally started walking before she could respond, and lo and behold, she started following me, bro. Downstairs, I let her talk. She's Iranian and Persian, so she had that very foreign submissive energy. She's like 5'7", jet black curly hair, pretty high ass cheekbones, and fitness model type in the body. So if the mixed Asian bitch wasn't so thick, she would have been my number 1 in the group easily. And sometimes that happens, guys. So what ends up happening is sometimes the friend can be so bad that the friend that she with is less attractive. That's what happened with me with that little chick from France. The friend was hot as fuck. She would have been a bombshell by herself, but her friend was so damn hot that it made me not even want to see her friend. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, but they both was hot as fuck. Anyone you get is hot as shit. But the one that I actually did end up getting the number with, the one at Chick-fil-A, on that, if you remember that story, she was so hot that she made her friend look like an average bitch. So I understand what he's saying when the friend is so hot that the other bitch look average, but if that bitch was by herself, she would probably be one of the baddest chicks there. So yeah, so he said cheekbones, fitness model body. If the mixed Asian bitch wasn't so thick, she would have been the number 1 in the group easily. So once there was another lull in the conversation, I was like, damn, it was hard to find parking. Where did you end up parking? She explained where, and while she's talking, I'm literally walking towards the exit. We're down this street, I said, pointing. She said, "No, down this way." She says, pointing down the side street of King. So I just start walking that direction. "Where are we going?" she said, giggling. I said, "Let me show you something. Come on." That's something that I teach people within the process. I teach people the word tracks, things that I do, how do I get girls alone, things like that. So he said, "Come on." He said, "I could not believe this bitch actually followed me. All the while she's yapping. She's not drunk either, mind you, cause she's the driver. She's just a little tipsy." So we get to where her Tesla is parked, and I was like, how fast can you push her to? Like basically talking about how fast is a Tesla. She was like, what do you mean? He was like, I was like, let me show you something, and walked around to the passenger side and told her to get in. We sit down in her car and immediately changed the subject because I need to adjust the seat because that stuck up bitch had it damn near at the dashboard. So he's talking about the bad blazing chick who was sitting in the passenger seat. She had the seat so goddamn close that he had to adjust the seat because he's a taller guy. So he said he asked her, he said, you live around here? She tells me no, she's from Falls Church. So she blabs for a few minutes. I tell her she smells good as fuck, and that takes her on another yapping spell, and at the next natural lull in the conversation, I do it. Basically, he's talking about I teach guys compliance tests within the group that basically is be able to tell if a girl's ready to do something sexually with you without asking her or without saying words. There's body language that girls naturally do when they're ready to hook up with somebody. They do it every fucking time. It's the craziest shit. It's the most mind-blowing shit that I figured out when I was dealing with women. So he said, you live around here? She blasts for a few minutes. Tell her she smells good as fuck, and you know, she goes natural, and then I do it. So I put my hand up, palm up, and the bitch, like clockwork, puts her hand in my hand. I lean over and start kissing on her while my left, her right hand are still clenched. Then I stop and put her hand on my dick. What did I teach you guys? This shit works like fucking clockwork, but you got to do the compliance test before that, which he did one of the compliance tests. There's several compliance tests to test, but he did one of them. So then she leans over the passenger side, and I literally pull out my dick. I literally pull my dick out, and she starts giving me head in the Tesla. Works like a fucking charm, bro. I do this shit all the fucking time. That's how come I know this motherfucker ain't lying. This happens to me all the time. Now, some girls will say, hold on, what's going on? Or they'll try to like play it off like they don't know what the fuck is happening, even though they jacking your dick. That's when you just say, hey man, just kiss it real quick. For those girls that pull back a little bit, you just say kiss it. 9 times out of 10, they give you head. If some girls are weird as fuck, they will kiss it and come back and giggle. Be like, man, come on, man, stop playing. Then they'll give you head. Or you'll be like, man, come on, man, you know what I'm talking about. And then they'll give you head. So this happens all the fucking time. So he said, she sucks it for a few minutes. I'm holding her hair so I can see her face. That's my shit. I need that side view for the culture. That's some funny shit. Then she says, you have a condom. And girls do ask this shit too, especially if they want to fuck. You feel me? He said, I said to myself, fuck, because I keep my mags in my car, but my dumb ass decided to get head in her car, so he didn't have his condom. Me personally, I fucking hate mags. The reason I hate mags is because I can't feel no fucking pussy. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I do use a condom, I hate mags. Like, and what I mean by mag is magnums. Like, it's like the most common condom that people use. But the thing about magnums is I can't feel shit, so I hate magnums. So I use a condom called Skin, S-K-Y-N or some shit like that. Those are my favorite ones if I am gonna use a condom. So I hate fucking magnums. I can't stand them, to be honest. But that's just me. But he said he left his condoms in the car. And some girls, when they sucking you off, they want you to fuck. So they're gonna tell you shit like, do you got condoms? Do you got condoms? Me personally, you know what I mean? If I ain't got no condoms on me, I'm just gonna fucking keep having her suck my dick. But let's see what he says. He said, but I left him in the car. She said, nah. But he said, nah, but keep sucking it. So she went back to slobbing. Now I knew she was DTF for real. So I let that bitch finish and I busted in her mouth. This nasty Persian bitch makes the gargling sound and swallows the babies. Bro, this is what's gonna happen, bro. All of my rotation bitches love swallowing my cum, bro. And in the foundation, I teach people how to eat healthy, how to clean their gut, I teach people a lot of shit in the foundation where girls tell me that my cum tastes good as fuck. So like my rotation bitch, they literally take it off of their bodies and just eat my shit. So this everything he's explaining happens to me all the time when I'm dealing with chicks. So I know this motherfucker telling the truth because this happens to me all the time. And I gave him my step-by-step process that I do with every fucking chick every single time. So he busted in her mouth. She started gargling. She started swallowing it. He said, it's he said, it's now almost 1 a.m. and we walk back towards the King's Ransom spot. And that's what I told him. I said, hey, after you get done getting head, you can go back to the spot, or you can just drop her ass off and just go home or whatever. But he went back to the spot with her. He said, we get back, walk upstairs, and her friends are ready to go. And so me and her exchange info. Best time to exchange info is after you get head or after you fuck a bitch. Or if you just can't get deeper in the, once you got the process, this makes sense. If you can't get deeper in the process, you get the fucking number from her, because you just can't get to the next step with her for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like her friends are stopping her or some shit. But this girl, he did everything I told him to do. You feel me? And her friends didn't get in the way or nothing. You feel me? So he got head, and then he get the number after the head. So he said, do you know the bitch texted me her address in Falls Church? I didn't go because I already nutted. Plus, I had shit to do early this morning, but I might see what's going on later today. I'm not gonna get too hyped because she was exotic and sexy, but she wasn't the number one in the group, so I still have work to do. Now, a lot of guys will think that after he fucked a friend that he would never be able to get the bad Asian bitch. That is not the case. If they ever hang out again, if he really wants the bad Asian bitch, if they ever kick it again, and they kick it and they go out together, he can low-key start saying shit to the fucking bad Asian bitch, and the girl is automatically gonna tell him gonna tell her everything. So never bring it up that he hooked up with her, or never bring it up that you hooked up with a friend. The friend is gonna tell her, and most guys think that it's gonna turn off the Asian chick, but it's actually gonna turn her on. Girls love sharing dick. Like, they love it, bro. So like, a lot of guys like think that like, oh, I fucked a friend, I can no longer fuck the other friend. That's the furthest from the truth. Women will tell you that you can't. Women will say, oh my God, if I found out that my girlfriend slept with a guy, I would never sleep with her. Not the fucking case. If you follow the process with that girl, the other girl that's hotter, you can fuck her too. And if you show that you can keep a secret, like basically like she knows that you fucked her friend, but if she asks you like, did you fuck my friend? Be like, nah, bro, I ain't talking about that shit, bro. You know what I mean? I don't kiss and tell. Like, I ain't like that. You feel me? So if she knows that you can keep a secret, you can fuck her friend too. You can fuck the whole group. But a lot of guys don't understand that shit, because a lot of guys don't get pussy like this. So he says, I'm not gonna get too hyped because she wasn't number one in the group, so I still have work to do. But that's the first time I actually said to myself, get this bitch isolated. Before, I might have just got the number early, but with the process in mind, getting the number is almost like taking an L if the opportunity is there to escalate on the spot. And that's what I told him about the first chick he was dealing with, because he didn't have my process yet, because he was still on the 7-day free trial. So you don't get the process until after the 7-day free trial. So the first time he went out, he didn't have my process. You know what I mean? He just turned his care down, things like that. But then once he turned, because you have to turn your care down before you get my process for it all to make sense. You know what I mean? So then he got the process. The next time he went out, he got blowjob. You feel me? This happens like clockwork. No matter what city, no matter what state. I was in Minnesota doing this shit. I'm in Miami, Florida doing this shit. Last weekend I couldn't even go out because I was sick as a fucking dog. So my main chick just taking care of me, giving me soup, all types of shit. But this shit works like fucking clockwork. So so he said that's the first time. Oh, he said the opportunity. He said so basically like getting the numbers, like taking an L. The opportunity is there to escalate on the spot. Again, shout out to my nigga Elon for throwing me the alley, because without that Tesla shit, I would have been a dud. It would have been a dud night. Hell yeah, bro. So he made it happen. You feel me? Shout out to him. If you guys aren't in the group, get in the group. Meet up with guys like this. You feel me? If you in that area, jump in the group. Meet up with him. Go out with him. Shit like that. You guys are gonna get a shit ton of pussy. Like, it's crazy. Like, all you gotta have is the process and the text scripts. And you have to turn down your care. Now, the foundation is super important. Because without a strong foundation, you can't build a house on a weak-ass foundation. It's all gonna come tumbling down. But he did the foundation course. He understands female nature. And then he got to the dating course. And now he's starting to get the results. And now every single time, he's going to be able to do some shit like this. You feel me? Now, it works at the highest percentage. Doesn't mean that it works 100% of the time. You know what I mean? Like, it might work 30% of the time for some guys. It might work, you know, higher percentages for guys who are taller, more in shape, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? But it does work at an extremely high percentage, because I'm an average guy. Like, I'm an average guy, average height, average everything, and it works at an extremely high percentage for me. But that's because I've been doing it so long that it's second nature for me to move things forward, do things with a chick, make things happen, get head from the chick. And now he can lock that bitch in for rotation if he wanted to. because the way she texted him and the way she like she texted her address to the guy. Like no guy has ever done that to her before. So she like low-key like in love with that dude. Like this is what happens with me. I'll get a girl that I just meet, swallow my cum, everything. I don't even have to text her. She's blowing me up. Like, hey, I just got home. Hey, if you want to, you can come through. Here's my address. When am I gonna see you again type shit. Because no dude has ever done that to her before. No dude has ever did everything right? Like every fucking thing right. And I tell you guys, none of this shit works if your care is high. Because if your care too high, you thinking about what she give a fuck about instead of being selfish and thinking about what you want. Girls love selfish guys contrary to what you believe. Girls love guys that think about themselves and get what they want out of her. Girls love being used in the bedroom. They love when a guy fucks her how he wants to fuck her. It has nothing to do with her. The modern day man does this shit because the modern day man is weak, but the modern day man doesn't get any pussy. The majority of modern day men do not get any fucking pussy. So you can copy the 99% of guys that do it the wrong way, care too much, overly love, and then they got a bunch of female dating coaches and dating coaches teaching you to overvalue the woman just because she's beautiful, teaching you to do the most. You feel me? I teach guys to do less. That's why my shit is so simple and easy to implement. He literally just got access to my processes. Like literally just got access to it. You get what I'm trying to say? So he didn't even have access to my processes for more than a few days, and he implemented it right away, the first chick. You feel me? The first time being out since he got the processes. Isn't that fucking crazy? That it's actually not that difficult. But every dating coach tries to teach you how extremely difficult it is to attract a woman. Oh, there's front end game, there's back end game, there's middle game, no the fuck it's not, bro. It's not none of that shit. It's being a man, moving to the beat of your own fucking drum and making things happen. Yes, you have to have a process. The process is more important than anything else. Yes, that is true. But the process is even more important than your feelings and her feelings. If she's not going through the process with you, there's no fucking point. You get what I'm trying to say? There's no fucking point. Now, for a busier guy like me who has businesses to run, stuff like that, you know, I could have probably hooked up with that French chick if I had time. You feel me? If I had more time, I could have got that French chick from Chick-fil-A, got her somewhere, got something out of her. Because the way we was texting and shit, I'm like, damn, I could have hit her on the spot. You know what I mean? And I know that I could have hit her on the spot, but I got shit to do. I really just don't got the time. If I was like these pickup artists where I literally woke up and just talked to women all day, I can fuck so many women that it make guys' heads spin because I ain't got nothing to do. You know what I mean? And a lot of these women, when they go on vacation and shit, they don't really got a lot of shit to do either. A lot of women don't really have a lot of shit to do. Us men have shit to do because we got to make money, we got to do shit, we got busy schedules. That's how come the guy that's fucking her usually is broke. A lot of guys don't believe a broke guy with my process will run laps around a rich guy without my process. He will get more pussy from badder bitches, and he might even fuck the rich guy's bitch because the rich guy don't got time. The rich guy don't got time. You feel me? Even if she likes the rich guy more, no. Girls that like rich guys, they usually don't love rich guys. They just like what the guy provides. That's why when you see Wes Watson bitch saying that he a loser and all this shit like that, they be like, bitch, I really just like the lifestyle you provide. I really don't like you. You know what I mean? Like if another more alpha man, even if he was broker than you, came along, put me through the process, I will suck this nigga's dick, do whatever, and go back home like ain't shit happened. You feel me? If she can find a way to get out of the house because she got kids and shit. But if she can find a way to get out of the house or get a babysitter, somebody to watch the kids, act like she going to the store or some shit like that, bro, she'll fuck. Bro, this happens all the time. CLG niggas, that you never know. That bitch could have had a boyfriend. You never know. You never fucking know. These girls never fucking tell you. When you a certain type of guy, you move a certain type of way, they gonna fuck on you regardless. No woman is ever truly monogamous. That's why they love being married, because they know that they're never truly fucking monogamous. They know even with the ring on, they can still keep their fucking eyes open. They can still find that guy who moves to the beat of his own drum. You feel me? It's the nomad. Back in the day, villages. The nomads always travel from village to village. The nomad would impregnate all the women in the villages and then leave to another village. The girl naturally likes the nomad, naturally likes the outsider. She gets bored with the guy who takes her serious. She can't cheat on him because the village will know she can't cheat within the village. But with the nomad who just stopping in, she can suck his dick, fuck him, get pregnant by him, and make the motherfucking the husband that she living with live with, because the nomad is naturally tougher than the guy who wants security. He's naturally on the travel, on the move, on the what's name. If you want to see a movie where the modern day nomad gets all the pussy, it's a movie called 310 to Yama or some shit like that. I think I'm saying it right. I'll put it in the video if I'm saying it wrong. 310 to Yama. The main character or the criminal guy was the nomad. Travels all the time, fucks bitches all the fucking time. The girls, they naturally can't resist because the nomad is naturally stronger than the average man, because he has to survive out in the wild more often than a safe, quiet, you know, nice village. He has to survive in the wild. He has to win over people quickly. He has to have all of these skills to be a nomad, right? So I hope that helps some of you guys. If you guys are not in the community, jump in the community ASAP. That guy, you know, he's gonna be a fucking superstar. Like, you know what I mean? And eventually I want him to be one of the coaches. Like I said, as we keep growing, I'm looking for the guys who are actually I want guys to become better than me, right? This shit's second nature to me. The reason I'm teaching this, I want guys to become better than me. For the guys that become better than me, I want them to be the coaches and help other guys become better. Does that make sense? So with that being said, man, I'm out, but I can't wait to see you guys inside.